This ain't no country of forgotten old men. I told my secrets to the
So we're going to Edisburg, huh?
The wind told it to the trees.
Okay.
They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. Lives shot full of holes of forgotten old men, awarded silver stars and purple hearts. The wind told it to the trees. They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. Forgotten old men try to hide their watery eyes in the sea where no one else can see. They lingered too long, got scorched and got burned.
Let's get in the back of the wagon. Back of the wagon.
Yep.
Coal dust fills the lungs of forgotten old men who ain't got no government medical plan.
Hey, mister.
Yeah,
They
that's
dug their own grave way down in the mine
we want them to
just
build.
to get that black lung disease.
Yeah, right.
Anything in the world, anything.
I didn't say that. I just kind of walked up on the way.
Poor sick old
You don't
men,
got a horse, hop on.
widows live on its starvation plan, who hide their watery eyes for their forgotten
answered
old
it.
men. Lost
I've
on
been-
the land
I've been-
and in the sea.
I've had a goddamn day. That's what I had, I tell you. Ah,
I can tell.
Go jump on
Goddamn.
with someone else.
You're in your 50s, right?
55.
The wind told it
So,
to the tree.
yeah,
They cut
lots
them
changed.
old trees down.
No, 70,
Turn them
70 something
into
years.
paper for us
I
to
may
read.
not be a preacher man, and I may not go to
This
church all
ain't
too
no
often,
country
but
to forget our young men who
still
fight
gotta
that paper shuffling
think
the
about what we
amen.
do in this world.
They
and what
earned
we
their
do.
silver star
I just hope,
and bled for purple
I hope
hearts.
Kurt
They deserve
there
a
for his
lot
son.
more than they need.
and he's a proper father to him.
This
He
ain't
won't know
no
what he's missing
country
out on
of
until it's too late. He
forgotten
decides
old
not to.
men. I told all my secrets to the wind. The wind told it to the trees. They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. This ain't no country of forgotten old men.
How's everyone doing? Welcome in, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome into the stream. Who's ready for some more Sturgis Mclainy? Mclainy. Let's go and get my horse. Good evening. Howdy. Let's get some RPN today, guys. How does that sound? Good evening.
Howdy.
How you doing, Batman? Welcome to the chat. I hope you're well. Hope you're all well. All that is watching. Let's see what we run into next. Rogue Gamer Productions, good stuff. Still play DayZ? I haven't quit DayZ, but I just haven't played in a while. I'm not on any RP servers in the moment for DayZ neither. We're killing a real cool story of Red Dead Redemption. Every Stalker RP server I've joined, they've never accepted my application. I'm too good, so they can't handle my apps.
Howdy, Mr. Peepaw.
Howdy. What can I do you for?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's a good evening. How about yourself?
Doing good, thank you.
Let me pull my horse's reins around here. Ah, there he is. I can see you properly. What's your name, fella?
Thomas.
Nice to meet you, Thomas. My name's Sturgis.
Oh, Sturgis. I thought you were Peepaw. Sorry, I had the wrong person.
I thought you
Nice
was
to meet
just
you,
calling me old. But
Oh,
I
God,
am.
no. I'd do that.
Nah, I know Peepaw. I know his kin real well as well. Wolfie works hard for my caravan, he does. But I ain't seen him around lately. Peepaw, that is.
You're
Yeah.
the Caravan feller.
That's me.
What'd you say your name was?
Name's Sturgis Mclainy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dan. I'm a hunting man.
Dan the hunting man, good to meet you as well. You looking for work on Fridays? Caravan days.
Oh, I appreciate it, but I work for myself, thank you. I do taxidermy in my spare time. I got a shop on the other side of the creek.
Oh, I understand then. What critters you usually looking for hide-wise?
Well, these days I'm looking for very rare cougar pelts and claws.
Yeah, one of
The
my
kind,
hands told me that about that, and if we ever see one, we'll come your way then.
Yes, Iric.
Yeah, Eric.
He is a good feller.
That he is. Hard-working fella, too.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. But most of my other stock, I'm pretty set on right now. I appreciate it though. But y'all got a telegram?
Yeah, we do. My business telegram is MCC12.
MCC 12. All right.
Yeah, that's it right
Wow.
there.
So I asked a fella what it was. So y'all you'll take a caravan somewhere and then y'all go hunting and foraging and things, or what is it?
I'll tell you the truth, we're just scraping by. We haven't had any real contracts since we moved to the state of Monroe, which is real disappointing. So we have to live off the land like gypsies. So, hunting, gathering, that's what we've been doing lately. Selling it to any store that will buy. I keep mentioning my caravan can transport goods at large quantities, folks and people safely. We have the numbers, we have the wagons.
Okay. You I know there's a new hunting shack that just opened Tall Tree Way. Nice lady by the name of Erin runs it. And they're looking for pronghorn
do
pelts
not.
mostly right now, I think. But there might be some other things. They got a little sign up there next to the gunsmith of the things that they buy.
Different meats and the likes.
What town is they
Yeah.
located in?
Well, she's mostly here, but between here and Blackwater, I guess. But they got that shop inside Tall Trees. I don't know if you've ever been by it. It's got like a grass roof.
I'll have to stop by there sometime. Usually on a different track when we head out west. Now, I have to talk to her then at some point. I have 2 wagons bristling full of hides.
Oh, she might be very interested. I know she does use deer pelts, but lots of blacksmiths do too. So hard
Yeah,
to
deer, pronghorn, ram,
rabbit, I think, as well.
rabbits as well. Yeah.
Well,
Then
I'm
she
starting
buys
to sell
all
my
kinds of
hides
meats.
a little more expensive, and folks have to buy at my prices if they want hides from me because
Oh, I see.
the way it is these days, the economy's all kinds of messed up,
Howdy.
and I don't make enough money paying my employees with the prices people want to buy for. The fact that everything these days is sold so damn expensively, well, leaves myself and mine broke way too often. So now I have to sell pelts at a higher price and herbs and all the other goods.
What's an example of a higher price?
Well, people want to buy a deer hide for $1, well, I'll sell them for $1.50.
I see.
Herbs usually go for 30 cents most places. I got some at 50 cents now.
I mean, I suppose if you're delivering, that's factored into the cost increase, right?
Depends. It's the cost of living on top of everything. I got
Right.
a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of folk to pay, and we can't afford to eat at saloons. We can't afford to get ourselves nice things on occasion. So, unfortunately, since everything's so expensive, I think the bottom line has to rise, and I can't afford to let go of my goods at any less at the moment. I tried for a while, but I think I have to change the world as well, and then I think other people gathering those things probably feel the same. And a lot of folks out there these days, too, supply their own businesses, so that hurts the market as well. Which is good for them. Now, it's hard work to go out there and hunt your own hides and all that, but I think with my caravan being as busy as it is, I'm letting my goods go at a little higher of a price now until we can find ourselves a good contract or whatever.
Oh yeah, I understand. I mean, I do a lot of hunting myself, but for my goods, I do pay folks. But then it ends up that it's hard to move taxidermy. And folks don't need it every day, so then I end up with a lot of just hides and things just sitting there. So I can't buy it all the time.
Well, son, you have what you call a luxury good you sell. Now, I
Yeah, that's
imagine
right.
since it's a luxury good, and you probably don't got too much competition, none, do you? You can sell those at whatever price you fancy, because I tell you, I imagine you probably have some folks from my manor come on by and say, I want a big old bear for my dining room with the fancy, what's it called, fireplace. And so they
Yeah, something like that.
you probably charge them a good
Excuse me,
penny.
checking
Howdy.
telegrams.
Is there a Dunkin' here?
Nope, none of us are Duncan.
Okay, I was looking for him. He was inquired about some Foxtrotter raffle tickets, so.
You might be looking for a native feller. I met a native feller named Duncan.
Was he here not too long ago?
No, I met him a couple days ago.
Oh, well, he telegrammed from here not even an hour ago, so.
Oh,
Actually, I mean the players for them. You still have tickets left?
I do. So,
Even though I'm selling at higher prices, I
we
think
are
I still have the
raffling off,
advantage on
Fox
most.
Trotters.
When they finally do sell, me and mine, well, we end up having a couple hundred pelts. And I think folks are just happy to buy all in bulk at that point.
I see. You work with a fella named Kurt, that right?
Yeah, Kurt Sullivan, that's right.
Interesting. And you have tickets left
You
on,
speak to him recently?
All three?
A couple days ago, why?
You
For now.
want to just come over here for a minute?
All right. What's this about?
There was a man poking around town yesterday. I can't really nothing really stood out. Black coat, like long, shoulder length hair, dark, maybe a mustache. a black hat, maybe a white shirt and black pants. He was poking around on the doors of the several buildings, and I was standing near my shop. He just sort of came up and tried opening my door. Asked him what he was looking for. He said he was looking for a feller named Sturgis or Kurt. Now I know Kurt a little bit, but I ain't really in the business of telling people I don't know where to find people I know. You know what I mean?
Well, the guy give a name by any chance? I know Kurt's a very private fella.
Yeah, I should have. I usually ask people. I usually ask them. Who, if I see them, who can I say is asking for them? But I didn't get a name. But I think I saw the same feller come in and go to the telegram office not very long ago. That lady said a feller named Duncan. I don't know if that name rings a bell, but it might have been that same feller. I ain't too sure.
What was what was the man's voice sound of?
I guess I'd say like a little southern, I suppose.
All right.
But
The only other fella I can think of wearing that much black would be a fella by the name of Bobby, but he's an Englishman.
Oh, okay. No, you weren't English. Yeah. Well, anyways, I told Kurt earlier when I saw him, but I figured I'd let you know. I never met you, but I've heard your name here and there.
A lot of my employees live here in Strawberry, and I think lately I found myself more here in town, so you probably see more of me. Now, keep in mind, the Caravan, if you do need your hides transported somewhere or a new taxidermy, especially a large one, if you got like a bear or a moose that needs moved safely by Caravan, you can talk about a contract. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty good. Last delivery I did not appreciate it at all. So if I could get that to somebody else to do, I wouldn't mind.
All right, well, you have my telegram now. Let me know when
MCC 12?
MCC 12, that's correct.
All right.
And if you need me to deliver something, especially across state, we'll figure out a price. I could give you an idea how long it takes us to travel. From Tumbleweed out towards Blackwater, it can take us about a day and a half to 2 days.
All
We
right.
don't travel at night.
Fair enough.
So depending where it's going, you can expect that's the time frame. It's real far. I think the longest journey we could take in the state is probably about 3 to 4 days. It's from one end to the other. But I feel most journeys in town in the state will probably be between a day and a half.
All right. Well, it's very nice meeting you.
Likewise.
I do wish you luck, and if I hear of any, any other opportunities for you, I'll send you a telegram about it.
I appreciate it. I'm looking everywhere. Some folks is interested, and I know some folks need it more than others, but a lot of folks have taken to do it themselves. I understand it saves them a bit of time, but then, for example, if the farmers are transporting all their own goods, then the farmer's left unattended without folks working there now, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm hoping to convince some folks that they could hire us out for that. And not only that, folks who need to get to one place to another in the safety of numbers, I always leave a couple seats in my wagon open for folks to buy.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. All right, well,
Yeah. If you want to share one more thing on my behalf to others, is that when it comes to hunting herbs and other things like that, if they send me a itemized list that they're looking for, and they want us to go gather it for them, I expect a percentage of the pay up front and then the rest upon delivery.
that sounds fair to me. All right, I'll keep that all in mind. Well, I do wish you luck. When I got this business, what I wanted to do, or part of it anyways, was to support local hunters. So, this might be something when I start running out of things, I might just hold off on it, because I have a lot of friends, and it's nice to support my friends and all, but I sort of they got their own work that they do. You know, they got their own businesses, a lot of them, and they got their own jobs. I sort of would rather folks who's concentrated on hunting and focused on it. You know, and that's their life. I'd rather go to them.
Consider this. I have a business idea for you. You say you have an overstock of hides right now that you don't think you're going to use anytime soon. Keep just enough for your business and hides of whatever animals you probably make on a regular basis, and sell that overload to the folks at Emerald Ranch. You could probably make a profit off of that. And then after that happens, just figure a way to do that. That's what I would do. And then if you need someone to transport them goods, you know Caravan leader now.
All right, I'll think about that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna find a place to put my horse now before he decides he wants to run around town.
All right.
No, not at all. We don't take payment until you're taking a horse home.
Did you apply before I was able to talk to you, man, Hobo? I've been really busy lately. I haven't had the energy to kind of look over an application yet. But basically, I was gonna go through each section to give you my opinion on what you wrote, and if you need to write more or so, you know. You might be feeling like one of the ruling questions, you know. It might not be your story. Off to Annisburg we go. Oh, Hobo, I'm sorry you have to wait longer, man. That sucks. I would like... It would be nice if, they just showed you what answers failed, you know? I get you. All right. I think today is kind of one of those RP days where I have some time to get on, right? And we're looking to progress some of our business, progress the story a little bit, trying to get our characters into something, like for Friday. Put streamer mode on 1 second, guys. It's been broken lately. It hasn't been automatically doing it. It would be helpful. I'm getting tired of Forgotten Trails RP. Is the RP there kind of abysmal?
Bar. Every single one of them is. Shooter, how you doing? No, my horse has not bucked me off yet. Good evening.
Hello.
My horse loves me. He's my best friend. Stretch this horse's legs. We have not done that yet. I got it from the best, believe it or not. I gotta ride out to Harrisburg. There's a visual mod that Kurt's been recommending me get that will make my game look darker yet more vibrant at the same time. So something like that. Dude, I would love to travel by train more often in this game. On my non-caravan days. Hell yeah. Alrighty.
that's the other thing. We're getting a lot of inquiries for hiring for security. Right now, we have quite a few people for early on in the day, but I'm not so sure that we have a lot of people for at night. So it's probably best that we do hire more people, do you think? Okay. Have a second.
going on the mortgage. So.
Good evening.
Perfect. You have the nerve, Mr.
Howdy.
Howdy, Mr. G.
Howdy.
Yeah, I know him, but you go say hi. You're a businessman. Go say hi. DJ, I can't hear you. Sturgis.
Oh yeah.
Comes the Caravan and that's JJ. Here, where's this box? You know.
Oh, Sturgis.
You mean the table?
No.
They're shy. Do 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 do. Hello? Mr. Hobo, a member for 23 months. Holy shit. That's a long time to be a member. Hell yeah. Almost 2 years, yeah. 1 month away. That's a good time to be subscribed. Hell yeah. I've been role-playing for a long time. And to another good 2 years, I think. I'm a role-play until I'm old and gray. And then past that. Morning to you, sir. Going all the most least reputable places possible. So many damn snakes.
Fine morning, partner.
I wonder if people mistake me for an NPC by not having a rifle on my back and just plain of clothes. Good morning. Pardon?
Hi,
I didn't care.
how you doing?
I'm doing well. I was just saying good morning.
Morning to you. I thought you said pardon.
I
That's
did,
fine.
I did say pardon after. I didn't hear what you said when I was walking the
Well,
other
good morning
way.
to you, mister. How you doing?
Well, yes, good morning, and I'm doing well, and I hope you as well.
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Well, you have a lovely...
What's your name?
Well, my name is Sturgis.
Burgess. I'm Sadie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sadie. You, from Annisburg?
I've been laying my head here lately, yeah.
Well, laying your head here and being from here is one thing to another. But I trust you.
You from here?
No, I'm not. But I was wondering if you could help me. What businesses around here is commonly open?
Well, the general store and the saloon down the street there, but unfortunately both of the owners just went to sleep.
Oh, I see. Just
So-
late to it.
Did you need something though? What were we looking for?
I'm trying to chase down a contract on behalf of my caravan company.
Okay. So what do y'all do?
Pardon?
So like your caravan company, what do y'all sell?
What do we sell? We sell all kinds of goods to businesses, but that's not the focus. It's in the business of transportation of goods in bulk from one side of the state to the other. And that's also transporting folks as well, and the safety of numbers.
That's interesting. Mind if I take your telegram? I don't have any business for you right now, but I might in the future.
Well, sure then. My telegram is MCC12, and that's for my business.
CC12. Right, Sturgis. Got your telegram.
Well, I hope to hear
I
from
do,
you.
Well, I hope to be calling you. You never know. I do sometimes transport things from one place to another. Do you do that with discretion, Mr. Sturgis?
That I do. With the added note of that I have 2 wagons. I can haul plenty of supplies. And on top of that, I tend to have nearly about 6 guards on average.
Right? That's good. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be in touch then. I'm thinking.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. I want to hold you up too much.
Well,
Thank you for stopping by.
I do have actually one more question for you, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Well, a fella by the name of Mr. Fruit, who vendors all kinds of fruit, is moving all over the state now, he is. Have you heard of the fella?
Yes. Oh, I definitely have. Unfortunately, Mr. Sturgis, nobody knows where he is right now. Some people think he's in Sissica for maybe another week.
Who
Yeah.
knows? Well,
Yeah.
I know that man has proclivities of sorts that might get him in trouble, so wouldn't be surprised none if he was in Sissica.
It wouldn't surprise me the least. I'll tell you what, my telegram is Sadie, S-A-D-I-E. I usually find out right away where it is, so give it about 5 or 6 days to telegram me and I'll see if I can help you out.
Well, I appreciate that, Sadie. Well, you take care now and you have a lovely rest of your morning.
We're out there, just you take care now. Appreciate you.
Hey, Harristain, how you doing? Venno. I look forward for our RP to catch up again this Friday. I enjoy a good RP. How you doing? This whole political party thing is really interesting. I wonder where it will lead to. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play of late, but I'm getting in where I can besides Fridays. Fridays I make time for it. It was nice running into Dubs. I know I've checked out his stream a few times and rated him once recently, and I figured at some point we'll run into each other. I was really surprised because when I got off my horse, I said good morning. Whenever I see anyone, I say good morning. And then his character, I couldn't like understand what he had said.
Hello again.
Hello. Well, I'm out of this town now, and hopefully,
Alright, good luck to you.
you figure out where he is before me. Save me some time from saddle rash. That is.
I appreciate that, and if you happen to find him before me, you know, you got my telegram.
That I do. I'll let you know.
Alright then. Thank you, sir.
Farewell.
Take care now. Stay safe.
Isn't that fun? I know how that feeling is. I remember when I was playing DayZ, and I was big fan of Mr. Moon back in the day, and I finally got a PC and started playing on a DayZ RP server, and then next thing I knew, he was playing there, and I ran into his character, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Hey, disabling babe, welcome in. A smart cow, hell yeah. Yeah, it's nice running into Sadie. I like to go people's streams after my streams and check them out, see what they're up to, and say hi and give them a follow, so I have people I can go from the community with inside the servers to raid after streams. And I checked out Dubs like the other day, and I think I've raided them twice now since. But yeah, during our conversation there, I think I was cutting out a little bit on my end, so I was having a hard time telling what was being said. So it was awkward, and then we kept talking at the same time. One thing I'm really good at, I'm a professional talking over people who are talking. I always get my words in. But right now, the kind of stream we're having today is one of those, I had some time to get on, and we're looking for fruit to sell the garnet to. I have not a clue where he could be right now. But selling this garnet would be good money. It would lead to us buying another wagon. I might also just grind out some pay dirt. Mr. Fruit, yep. I like that Vano. I like his voice a lot, by the way, and I like the way you play him. First off, I gotta say that. But I like that. I don't know if Mr. Fruit, the NPC. I don't know if you know of him, but I figured you were referencing him a little bit with your RP, being like, "Oh, I'm a fruit vendor too," you know. But the NPC who buys garnets and stuff like that, he's I don't know. No one knows where he's at right now, and he moves around, which I think is good because like. The thing with me is that I'm streaming 24/7 and recording, and I'm gonna be running around the map. And if I discover something hidden, I'm probably not know it's gonna be hidden or whatever. And I know people stream snipe and like metagame locations all the time, so it's like if it is, you know, it's just a pain in the butt that happens. But I think it's good that the staff moves the NPC around the map to different locations and changes it up. Yeah. I look forward to seeing how that works. I myself have been trying really hard to find it in character, and I haven't found any yet. And as soon as I find one, I mark it on the map, and that's where I'm going to check it out every few days, you know? But if I can buy it and sell it, that could be good too. But what I'm really hunting down for in RP is I'm looking to make an actual contract with people to transport goods and folks. And it's more for the RP than it is for the money. But a contract would lead to, I think, good RP because, say I charge them, I don't know, like $50 to move their bulk goods, all their goods to one location for them across the map, and then like maybe like somebody from their company would join us, or they'll have a representative, or they just trust us with delivery. But the fun part of the caravan is we got a lot of people, and we got a few wagons, and we stop at night, and we build a camp, and we have a tent city pop up, and then we move during the day again. So it has and we go at a realistic pace, so it gives a depth to RP that's really nice, and it's a lot of good like development RP during it too. Always new locations, always new places. Yeah, I just wish more people were not so focused on the mechanics side of the game where, oh, I'm just going to do it myself because it takes me like 5 minutes. I'm going to run across the map on my fastest horse and move my own goods myself. No middleman needed, you know? And, you know, that's fine and all, but it kind of hurts RP a little bit too. But I don't expect everyone to be doing that. So that's why I'm really focusing on businesses. And I've been focusing on, like, government in the game. Like, I don't know if this server does, like, auctions for stolen goods and seized goods by the department. But I was like, if we can start doing like markets and auctions from the police, you know, not the police, but the sheriff offices, my caravan could be one of the partners in that for transporting those goods to a location. Yeah. Honestly, our group has the most realistic position and pay. Everyone's fucking broke. And I pay them at the end of the week. I pay my staff in game on Fridays, my caravan hands, between 10 and 20 bucks depending on how much of the hides and goods we collected I was able to sell during the week. So all my workers are like just getting by. And like selling, you know, the goods on the side that I might get will probably get me a better business down the road. Hence my character's morality, how he goes, the laws of God trumps the laws of man. I don't give a crap about some goods and transporting them. I believe in frontier justice. You know, he has a morality system that doesn't like, the government doesn't really sway over him. But yeah, you like when I was screaming like, all right, everyone, let's get on the damn road. I'm tired of waiting around. But yeah, 3 members of our caravan are having a hard time connecting at the moment, and they're like, one of them is he's probably gonna be back this Friday. The other one's computer is like burning out and overheating. Phantom playing. Dude, I wish I could be a Rockstar voice actor. I wish I had a voice acting job. That'd be sick. But this Friday with Cortez's rally, running into Vert's character, Ned's going to be there. I think at least. You're probably going to be there for the rally. My wagons will be there with goods to sell, and I think it's going to be a interesting day for that. I'm going to try to, after the event, go on a caravan run across the state and game. 6 p.m. Eastern, I think, so 3 p.m. my time, which is Western Pacific. Cortez probably wasn't even too sure either. I don't know how much Cortez, aka Smokey, was promoting it in character, you know? I've talked about it some in character, so the word is getting around a little bit. But I think with my character development and my group's character development, I have a really immersive group. You've been extremely immersive. Cortez has been extremely immersive. Ned. I think with our characters and all of our individual stories going on right now, I have a feeling that we're on to some big, magnificent RP with some strong in-character emotional bonds. I've noticed myself, with my character at least, like having some really amazing moments that just, you know, make me feel emotional IRL, with like tears in my eyes. Like, this is so fucking good. Honestly, I hope there was a group over on Wild RP, and this was a while ago. This is like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. I haven't played on Wild in a long time. They were traveling gypsies. They were an Irish family, and there's another name for they went by too. But they were traveling. Gypsies is more of the slang term that like English folks would give them and stuff. But they were going around the state traveling, and you know, they were pretending to live in those wagons over in roads in the edge of town. And then they had their own wagons they would like ride around in. This would be so much better for them because they could actually buy wagons and be able to live out of them with tents and stuff. I got the feeling, because I could tell, like, from the way you're talking and what you mentioned, that Vano really, like, kind of connected with our lifestyle. Like, he understood it. Oh, that's a lot of game. But I feel like what's happening right now on the server, Harristain, is that we're seeing the golden age of this server specifically. We're seeing the golden age of Ranch RP. And I'm being a little, like, you know, maybe ahead of myself on it. But I think so, because from what I've noticed and what I can tell and from what I've heard, but I haven't experienced directly until like the last few months, is that Ranch RP was kind of in a rough state of things in its launch and in its quality on the server and what it had to offer. And all servers are growing, so it is what it is, right? But they've recently, from what I can tell and understand, is they've tightened their application process up. They've got their quantity. They're going for quality now. They have really good devs on the server that are putting in amazing features. It's attracting all kinds of skill and talent from all kinds of role players that I've known before, that I've seen places. You know how surprised I was? Vertigo's character came up to my character randomly and asked me for a job, and I was like, holy shit, this is Vertigo. He's playing here now, okay. And so and he recognized my voice, and I was like, oh, you know, in Discord. And so it's cool to see that, like, it's attracting a lot of, you know, skilled role players and stuff, and I brought me and my group and a lot of my friends. We all set up to come here. So it's just cool to see it, and I hope it goes far, and I look forward to see where things all end up at. And, you know, at some point, I'm going to start playing my outlaw, Ryder Whitlock. Have you heard of Ryder Whitlock? I want the state of Monroe to know what a real goddamn devil of the East looks like. I'm gonna ride these lands, wave the road like I have, and I will ride down every goddamn peckerhead I see. And if they ain't paid me a toll on my roads, there will be hell to pay. Ryder Whitlock was a highwayman. Yeah, he's doesn't do bank robberies. He might hit a train. He doesn't, he's an opportunist. And this server has something that's even better than what Wild had. Wild didn't have a way to make camps and tents. And in my old group, we lived on the road between several camps that we'd go to that, you know, had static tents and stuff. And we would go raiding, steal food, supplies, some guns, some of the nicer guns for my contacts I was selling them to. Because I was part of, like, had my own crime group, but I was selling my things to another crime group, you know, as, you know, crime business partners and all that shit. And Ryder had a temper. I mean, halfway through it, I murdered one of my own fucking, one of my own members, because he got too damn sentimental. God damn it. What was his name's? I forget, but I was like, I think you're too goddamn sentimental. And I blew his brains out. It's a good character though. I like playing because he's sticks to his guns. He's the same. I play him smart. You know, it's hard for the law to track him down. He's nomadic. He lives camp to camp. You won't see him in towns after a bunch of crimes. He won't go hang out in a tavern like, you know, some weirdo. You know, he's just out and about doing his thing. And since we can have boxes and a camp and stuff, I might buy a wagon for him, or maybe figure out a way to roleplay stealing someone's wagon and getting ownership of it. Oh yeah. Oh, if Ryder has someone at gunpoint or surrounded, and they're playing the tough guy, Ryder will, you know, warn them of a beating, and if they keep, you know, if someone goes, they could be friends after. It depends how it goes. Because Ryder, like, I'm very flexible in my RP, so like Ryder will be like, you know, say for example, this has happened before. So the scenario is, I got 3 guys, and one of them is threatening that he's gonna come and get me. He's gonna kill me, you know, all this while having handcuffs on his knees, and I go, "Are you telling me? And when I'm done with you, if I was to let you go, you make it your life's mission. Come look for me and get your revenge on old me." The guy goes, you know, he goes on like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get you and that stuff." And I looked at my boys like, "I don't know how to solve this." I shoot him in the fucking face. I'm like, "Now I ain't gotta worry about watching my back none." You know, because Ryder's very, like, interactive. If you tell him your plans to come after him, he's just gonna shoot you right then and there. You know, a character's like, you know, like what, like, it's like I have this situation. I got 3 people, and they're like, "You can't have that gun. You can't take it." And Ryder's like, "You tell me right now, I can't have that. No matter if I want to take that right now, I can't have it, huh? You tell me what I can and can't have right now. Well, I got my boys with their guns in your face, like you got a goddamn saying things." Ryder will brutally fuck that guy up. And he'll lean down to him. He'd be like, "Hey, it's all right if I take that gun now that you said I couldn't have. Maybe you see a different angle now about what's mine and what's yours." You know, Ryder's one of those guys where it's like, you don't, he flies off the handle quickly when people backtalk him and stuff like that. And he makes examples of people, and then he lets the rest go. He's a very violent individual. He's sadistic. He's a sadistic character that I made a long time ago, and he's one of those outlaws that has the devil in him, pretty much. He's a fun character, but, you know, it's like, I never know how scenarios are going to go anyway, so I could say what he's going to do, but in the end, you never know. But it turned into a lot of, like, most people, once Ryder had made his reputation, most folks were like, "Oh shit, this is Whitlock," and they're like, "All right, I have things." Please, you know, they're role playing the proper fear towards the character, you know. But Ryder wasn't like, it's not like he didn't have friends or people. He understood business, he understood the way of things, he understood having enemies and what his enemies would look like. And he caused a lot of problem for the law. You know, he knew stealing law guns would be, you know, worse for him. It would cost him more if they caught him. But it took the law a long time to catch Ryder, you know? And the way Ryder knew things is that, like, if he ain't ever heard of your gang or what it was known for, he'd be like, he'll still rob you, and you'd be like, "Yeah, we're these guys." It's like, "Oh, that's great and all. Let's see about as great as you say you is." He'd be like that. But at the same time, you don't know how, like, I don't know how, like, if Ryder met Vano, he could meet Vano through a contract of work he had of another, like, dealer of some illegal goods. And Ryder would put two and two together. "Well, Vano, I'm starting to notice his friends of this fella that I was selling guns to. I ought to tell my boys he's off limits for now until I know more about him," you know? He was still, like, he may fly off the handle easily, but he still had a mind for business and who was off limits and who was on limits. And that is, like, where Ryder's, like, twisted sets of code comes in, you know? And Ryder's, Ryder has a, you know, 6 sets of code, shit like that, but, you know, it's money first, greed. He enjoys the luxuries he can get his hands on scarcely sometimes. But he's a fun character, you know. I enjoy him. He's violent. And the thing is, I'm the kind of role player who is totally fine when my actions catch up to me, you know. I role played out well. I've been, you know, gunned down by other outlaws sometimes. I've been, you know, stabbed and caught. I've been tracked down by the law after a while and went to prison. And, you know, I don't get sour about it. I role play, I feel like, the proper fear and pain and what's going through Ryder's mind at the moment. Because Ryder's not going to be a big old mouthy tough guy for long, especially after, like, you know, he gets a sense for you. If he knows you are short like he is, that he'll get shot in the face for mouthing off, then he's going to be, you know, a little quieter, like, yeah, I know where he's at. But the thing about Ryder, he can still, even in those moments where he's trying to, you know, mind his tongue or read the situation, that individual might rile him up because Ryder has an anger problem. You know, he's quick to anger. So they start insulting him, he might lose his tongue for a bit and get the shit beat out of him again. Or if he realized, you know, he's been caught by vigilantes and he could tell that they're good folks, they aren't used to a kin of harming people, he might be a lot more mouthy then, you know? Like, what are you gonna do about it? You look green behind the ears and shit like that. Yeah. And to round it up, the phrase I go with is win good, lose good. Winning is good for RP and losing is good for RP. As long as you have grace about it and you understand that the world's a dynamic place. You're not going to win every scenario. You're not the main character of this world, you know? And I got to tell you, my losses were some amazing pivotal points for my character, you know? Taught him a thing or two and put him in a direction. Got him onto things, you know? Going to prison because I got in a lot of trouble with Ryder. It took the staff, like the law in game, like 6 months of IRL time to catch my character. It took a while. So when he finally got, they were DMing like, hey man, you got like an unrealistic amount of time. I said, I don't mind being in jail for 2 months, IRL. I don't mind it. I'll come on every other day to roleplay and see what's going on in prison. It's part of keeping the prison population, you know, having good RP and stuff. I know it's not going to be jam-packed every day. I'm totally fine with the consequences that come my character's way because that's realistic. That's how life is, and that's how RP should be. Is like if you're not a good outlaw and you get butt hurt when you get caught and your consequences catch up to you, you're probably not role playing your character to its full potential at that point. The person was nervous. Yeah, but so here's how I'm gonna start writing a story probably next year, probably 5 months from now. Is Ryder? We're gonna do an origin story on the server. We're gonna do a start to him as a younger man. Because Ryder on Wild, he was older during these times. You know, he had been at it for a while. Been living by the road. So we're gonna start with a younger Ryder, a hothead young man. He'd probably be like 19, 20. And we're gonna start him off with the story I've told in the past. Like, you know, Ryder, he tried, you know, living an honest life. He tried he tried working with people. He tried doing the right thing, but Ryder likes to drink. He's got an anger issues. He's an alcoholic. You know, all these things. I'm gonna make sure. Hold on.
I think there's something wrong with somebody's pronghorn because I shot them a couple of times and they kept getting up again.
Well, some of them out here have mange, and they sick.
So I didn't hear what you said. I just got a little bit scared of your gun, to be honest.
I don't know who you is. Approach me neither out here in the
I completely understand. No, I just want to let you know so that you save yourself your ammo.
Well, I know how it is. Some of the animals out here have mange and find them sick.
Yep.
It's a
You have
pain.
good one.
You as well, ma'am.
It is.
Yeah, dude. Well, technically that's his future, you know, and you're gonna see a younger, inexperienced outlaw. I will role play him. I'll role play him making mistakes and figuring things out. Ryder's not like he has a mind for like business and money. He's got like have a street smarts thing, but he's not the smartest, you know, guy in the world either. You know, he's a lot of bronze. So close, all these shots. A little rusty. That hit him. There we go. Right in the head. But yeah, it'll be a while before I bring him out. I play one character at a time, and Sturgis Mclainy is my main character, and it's been refreshing to play somebody with a decent moral compass, you know? Some edge to him. Sturgis doesn't really respect the government all too much. He follows the laws that he agrees with, but he's not, you know, he doesn't care about opium trade. He doesn't care about moonshine. He'll sell and trade and consume those things. Hey, what's up, Zero Gravity? You missed Ryder? Why am I not on Wild RP anymore? It's just the server's losing its population, and Ranch RP has a bunch of cool features I wanted to try out, so I came over here to see what they were about. Yep. As long as you can make moonshine legal, I'm in with the cause. You know, Cortez is an interesting position. He kind of makes me think of like Fable 3, where all these different people are asking the king of things that they would like to see changed in the kingdom, and they're bringing it up. And it's like, do you fulfill your promises, or do you let other things get in the way, you know? And that's where Cortez is kind of getting himself into. But yeah, Harrison, I'm really looking forward to the roleplay we have coming. And I look forward to talking to your character again. Just seeing if fruit was in there or not. Figured people will check places like that, but let's have a look. But I've been really good. I've been super tired though. Working a lot in real life. I got a lot of like temporary gigs right now. And they're physically demanding, so I've been kicking my own ass. But I've been having more time for RP again, which has been good too. One thing you'll see from me more is, well, you're like 8 to 10 hours ahead of me, because you said 6 a.m. right now for you. Yeah, that makes sense. I start some of my streams on Friday. I'm probably starting my stream around 8 a.m. between 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if I start at 8 a.m., it'll be 8 p.m. for you when I get in. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm trying to take advantage of, because I do want to become a full-time streamer / YouTuber one day, and if I start streaming at that time, it's best of both worlds. You're getting the West Coast, East Coast, you're getting some of the European countries. It's a good time zone to get best of both worlds for content creation, and that's what I'm trying to aim for. And I have an opportunity right now. I'm role-playing with a bunch of other streamers that came together naturally, and I want to take advantage of that exposure I'm naturally getting through our character development together and stuff, you know? That's what I'm interested in, seeing on top of the good storytelling. Oh, by the by, I got something to show you. All right, I'll have to send you a follow as well. Just for funsies. Dude, I've been streaming for like 12 years now. It's a lot of fucking work to get anywhere on it. And it's even harder on, what's it called? The internet these days. Let me show you guys this.
This ain't no country of forgotten old men. I told my secrets to the
So we're going to Edisburg, huh?
The wind told it to the trees.
Okay.
They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. Lives shot full of holes of forgotten old men, awarded silver stars and purple hearts. The wind told it to the trees. They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. Forgotten old men tried to hide their watery eyes in the sea where no one else can see.
Oh, yeah.
They lingered too long, got scorched and got burned.
Just get in the back of the wagon. Back of the wagon.
Yep.
Coal dust fills the lungs of forgotten old men who ain't got no government medical plan.
Hey, mister.
Yeah, they dug their own grave way down in the mine just to get that black lung disease.
Yeah, right.
Anything in the world. Anything. I didn't say that. I just kind of walked up on the
Oh, yeah. You don't got a horse, hop on.
Widows live on its starvation plan, who hide their watery eyes for their forgotten old men.
I've been. I've had a goddamn day. That's what I had, I tell you.
I can tell.
Go jump on with someone else.
You're in your 50s, right?
55. The wind told it to the tree.
Yeah,
They cut
lots
them
changed.
old trees down.
No, 70
Turn them
70-something
into
years.
paper for us
I
to
may
read.
not be a preacher man, and I may not go to
This
church all
ain't
too
no
often,
country
but
to forget our young men who
still
fight
gotta
that paper shuffling
think
the
about what we
amen.
do in this world.
They
and what
earned
we
their
do.
silver star
I just hope,
and bled for purple
I hope
heart.
Kurt
They deserve
is there
a
for his
lot
son
more than they need.
and he's a proper father to him.
This
He
ain't
won't know
no
what he's missing
country
out on
of
until it's too late if he
forgotten
decides
old
not to.
men. I told all my secrets to the wind. The wind told it to the trees. They cut them old trees down and turned them into paper for us to read. This ain't no country of forgotten old men.
But yeah, I made that the other day on my YouTube channel, and it's a little intro video kind of about my character, and I had a lot of fun putting it together because I feel like enough has happened on the server for me to have a kind of storied intro like that. Kurt's great. The Jackal who plays does a really good job. but I'm very happy with how that turned out. Oh, this is another character voice I could use if I wanted to play somebody different. An elderly man who really cares about his family jewels. Now you know. Now you know. Yeah, one thing Kurt, Jackal and I were talking about was that he'd been on the server for a while, so he kind of already set the foundation for me meeting a lot of people through his character, which really helped me ease into the server when I switched to it as well. You've been playing on the server for like a year plus or so? 2 years, you said? Yeah, the first thing Kurt tells my character is like, yeah, I'm like, what kind of man is I go, what kind of man is Vaughn over there? He says, he's a con artist. And make sure he don't con you none, is essentially what he said to my character. My character's like, well, I'm pretty good at smelling them out pretty well. I've been around the block a few times. I hope we don't try to con us none, because it'll be a bad start to a beautiful business. Another character I do want to play, but it'd have to be after Riders. I did want to play a character very focused on snake oil in general. There's all kinds of tonics and things, and he was just gonna mix shit together randomly and actually be a charlatan about it and not know what he's doing. So I would definitely mix like milkweed into something, not knowing the effects of it, and have to learn a lesson that way and shit. I know what milkweed does on this character, but that character wouldn't know. Oh yeah. I definitely would play a con artist too, and what kind of voice would I do for him? I'd probably do Frank Brower's voice. Well, hello, my name is Frank Brower. How you doing? Come on down to my little sign here. I got something you just need for yourself. I see that you have a large bald pad upon your head there. Well, son, I have a cure for that just right here inside my bag here. Now, let me take it out here. See this tonic right here? This tonic is guaranteed within up to 3 months to regrow your hair in full. Now, come on now, this tonic here goes for, say, $11. You look like you could afford $11. How about you buy it for $11, son? Perfect, a good deal now. If I was you, this tonic, I will tell you now, just between you and me, my friend, it also bestows good luck. I put a 4-leaf clover in every single one of them. Now, I can't tell you where I found those at. It would will ruin my luck itself. But I'm going to tell you, go on down to Saint Denis and go gamble your wealth at the highest roll. And I tell you, if you put all on the line right there, you will succeed tonight. Put it all on red. All of it on red. And you won't be sorry, my friend. Either the guy makes a lot of money and comes back excited, like, oh my God, it works. Or he comes back like, I lost everything. And I would have been like, well, did you shake it beforehand when you drank it? If you didn't shake it, it makes it hard for the luck to get working right. I mean, also luck doesn't mean you're going to be lucky. It's an opportunity to win more. It's a mindset, really. You know. I love that voice. I haven't done that voice in forever. Ne'er the Wells, please leave me be. I do not want to die a horrible, heinous death at the hands of you. God damn, I love that voice. I haven't done it forever. It's a good one. But I would like to also use this voice as well. A man who's so in love with his precious jewels that he hides them away because he knows it's the fount of his power. At least he believes. I've lived waiting because I have a magic jewel from Egypt. And it's been in my family for generations. Every time it was stolen by a son of the father would die shortly after, as if his source of power was taken. This is a superstitious old man and his jewels. And that's where it would start. It's a very basic concept, but it would grow into something. It would be kind of a senile character gets into shenanigans. I would like to play my psychopath, who is, my name's Michael Spooner, and I'm a lifer in Shishaka, because 3 in the moonlight, 2 in the ground, never to be found. It's because I made a mistake, a real bad one. I can't remember why or what it was. They just said I was crazy. They said I had to be gone. Another good character. I haven't played him in a while either. Howdy, miss.
How do?
I'm doing well. If you wouldn't mind me bugging you for some of your attention, I have a few questions about that wagon there.
Sure.
That wagon, where'd you get it from?
Well, bought it from JJ over there in Saint Denis Mons Forge.
Saint Denis Mom's Forge. That's good
Mom's Forge. M-O-N-S.
Mom's Forge.
Nope, not with an M-N.
Oh, Nom's Forge. I see now.
No. M as in Mary. O as in ostracized. N as in negative.
Pardon?
You're right, it's Mom's Forge.
I'm sorry. My hearing has been getting worse of late, and maybe you could write it on a piece of paper for me if you would.
Certainly I can do that.
Well, I appreciate that very much. What's your name, if you don't mind me asking? My name is Sturgis Mclainy. I don't mean to be rude.
My name is Lou, Mr. Mclainy.
Well, Lou, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I do believe this is the correct information. And that's the telegram for him as well. Cheapest prices in Monroe.
Oh, Mons Forge, St. Denis, M. Forge is the telegram. I see now. Mm-hmm. I can see why it sounds of Mom's Forge.
Mom's or, yeah. It's very confusing, especially with my draw. Well,
Lou, how much did they charge you for that wagon there?
I honestly can't remember. It's been so long since I purchased it. My guess would be probably about 400 something. But I could be wrong. It's been a long time.
Well, I could understand that. My memory ain't what it used to be when it comes to remembering things any day. See, I run a caravan here in the state of Monroe, and I'm looking for a wagon more like this for my third one, in case folks need to put away more of their homely possessions as we travel. And this one will be, much more
I use it to sell my books on account of the storage in the back keeps it dry. I also really like it because, you sit up front here, and you ride the horse, or drive the horse here. And you can have 2 passengers up here in the back.
Yes, it would be just right. I'd probably, most likely, tend to be using the back here as a pantry of sorts. And probably keep some tents in here for when we get to a location to camp.
That's not a bad way to go about it. Yeah, I just structured myself a bookshelf back here with boards that have chains, well, ropes across the back of it so the books don't fall when you open it and when you're riding around.
Oh, it's very nice. Oh,
Pastor, is that you? What the fuck are you doing? You know how to ride a wagon? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm gonna tell Marge. I actually have no idea if that's... Yeah, I have no idea.
I do not recognize the man myself. Do you write these books, or do you collect?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I publish books that have been written by famous people. I publish books by people that live in Monroe, if they so choose to do that for commission. And then I also make my own, as you say, educational books. Information is mostly what I deal in.
Well, how much does one of your books tend to go for then?
It depends on the book. I would say $20, $30, or, well, I have some rare books, some rare covers that I'll probably charge a little bit more for. I have not quite decided if I'm going to do that or not yet.
Well, it has been some time since I've had any good reading on the road. I'd like to buy 2 of your storybooks, and I'll let you select what you think would be good for me and mine to have on my way.
Well, who do you have?
I have no books.
Actually, I do believe... No, I mean, who do you have in your outfit? But, like, I do believe I rode with you one day at a Armadillo.
At an Armadillo? Well, my caravan consists of my foreman, Kurt Sullivan, his sister, Gwen Sullivan. I have my cook, goes by... What was his nickname? I haven't seen him in a while now I think of it. He went by... Well, shit, I forget. That's what he gets for not showing up to work for 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, you forget who that is.
Constance, one of the women who joins us for a hunt on occasion. We have...
Constance from Saint Denis.
Now, I don't know where she's from. She seems more like... Well, not a city person, really. Constance Hill.
No, different Constance.
We have Bobby, who joins us on occasion. Ned Kerrigan on occasion. Iric, he's an Irish fella who rides with us. He's he's moving up the ranks in my caravan. He's doing real good. I think I would have recognized you, Lou, if I had you along. And there must be another caravan.
Well, you see, the thing is that I'm kind of a chameleon when it comes to that. Most people recognize me by my voice. The last time I would have ridden with you from Armadillo up to Blackwater, I do believe I said, when asked, how long is it going to take for us to get to Blackwater, I said the rate you travel in about 3 weeks.
We stopped at the river, didn't we?
We stopped at the river.
I had lunch, and
Yes,
we
sir.
watered the horses. I remember now, Lou. It was a while ago. It was.
Very long time ago, yes.
Well, how about I buy you a drink inside and a couple of your books?
Sure, I won't say no to that. So you got a onslaught of people. So you want to read them stories, I'm assuming.
I want to read
So you do
myself
want-
stories.
You want to read yourself stories?
Maybe I might read
Well-
them if they can convince me to, but I want to have it there for them to have access to as well.
Well, I got the yellow wallpaper probably isn't your style. How about Rip Van Winkle? And the facts concerning the recent carnival of crime in Connecticut.
Those sound just fine to me.
All right, I can pull those out. And you need the money from the bank?
Yeah, I do. I'll just need a moment to head out that way, and then I'll get the money and buy you a drink over there in the saloon.
Well, I appreciate it, sir.
Well, Lou, I'm sorry I was forgetful of your name that day. I know I have been traveling
The
for
fact
some time.
is I was dressed a hell of a lot differently.
Yeah. Weren't you also a reporter at once? Is that?
I still write the paper.
Has
I do still write the paper.
Has a Mr. Cortez approached you about a piece in the paper?
Not that I'm aware of, no. I am always taking stories.
All right.
It's always anonymous.
How much?
2 books would be $40, sir.
Well, This
Appreciate you.
Cortez fella is an idealist, and he's having a rally on Friday in Armadillo. I'll talk to him, let him know that you write for the paper. I'm sure he would love to hire you for a piece. He has...
Have him telegram. Is it this Friday?
This Friday.
Okay. What about its time, do you think?
I believe he said 6 Eastern, and in the town of Armadillo.
Okay. Yeah, tell him to telegram HONK, right? Goose's honk. That's the telegram.
One more time, would you?
HONK, honk.
Honk. All right, I have it here. I told him I'd help him to get his word across. He wants to see the state of Monroe become a better place. And he's an idealist man, and I'm holding him to his beliefs. And if they go well, then that's good for all of us. If it doesn't, he'll just be another feller who seeks power through politics.
Well, I might be the person to talk to then.
Well,
ain't nobody working the bar. That's strange. It's a damn shame I still don't have what I used to have here.
It's a shame. I know Mr. Monty tends to have a full house of staff 24/7.
Well, when those people get all they need out of a place like this, they want to go adventure. And Monty isn't very trusting of new people to run the bar. I've known that man for a very, very long time.
He did tell me, in fact, speaking of that man, he is a good man. In fact, when I first came here, after my troubles I had a while back, a story for another time, I wouldn't want to bother you with it none. Well, I arrived here in the state of Monroe, and he set me on the right path to get back on my feet. In fact, he donated $100 towards my first wagon as well.
Oh, that's nice of him. Very generous from a man that makes more money than God himself.
He's also been screwed over by plenty of people from what he told me, so he's slow to trust.
Oh, he has. Yeah, he has. Giving loans and all that. I mean, shit, I paid $2,000 of a criminal's loan, and I don't expect... That's the thing, is that if you expect the money back when you're giving it, you're never going to get it back, and you're just going to be disappointed and bitter about it. I gave $2,000 to pay off all the fines of an individual.
And they gone with the wind the next day, I imagine.
To a better life with a girl. Yes.
Well, in a way, you helped him. He may have...
Well, I'm not bitter about it. I'm absolutely thrilled that he got out.
Well, it wasn't a loan then. It would have been a gift. That's what you gave him, was a gift.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't give out loans. Don't give out money unless you do not expect it back.
I have a slightly different idea about it. I don't give out a loan unless there's a contract through a lawyer who can reap money back for my, whatever. Though I'll leave it to the men who are good with writing and words when it comes to that, but they can recoup my losses and all that. And then I'm fine with it. I tend to go to the bank and try to ask about loans, but every time I go there, I have an unfortunate habit of coming across folks who's just started their job there and don't know nothing about something. I'll tell you.
They don't train them like they used to. Speaking of your boy with his political movement, I might be the double person to talk to on account that I run the Monroe Election Commission.
That is good to hear then. He said he's not interested in running for office. I said you ought to think
There
of
ain't
it.
no offices anymore. We're getting rid of mayors on account that MSO don't really want to fucking supply them with any sort of general aid. Unless, of course, they know that the time for their, how would you say, their residency is up and they need to hire new people. And then there's a certain couple that are really interested in making sure that some other people get in those spots. But there ain't going to be no mayors. And if MSO wants to go ahead and run that, they are more than welcome to do so.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
I'm an outsider on this. I find myself up and down the state into other countries, into other states, and I'm all over the place, as it were. And I'm not always caught up to today's laws, elections, what's there and what's that, but the understanding I'm getting is that the state of Monroe is in a bit of a bad place when it comes to, I don't know, it's local unease, I'd say, in all the
Boy,
towns.
howdy is it. That's a conversation for a place that ain't like this, though.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll leave it at that then.
But yes, it's in a terrible state. Very terrible state.
Well,
it's been declining for a long time, and I don't see any hope for it rising back up anytime soon. Unless the people go ahead and band together and actually force it. But unfortunately, there's a lot of yellow bellies that is too scared to go outside of a comfort zone to make change actually happen. And, well, they wouldn't want to potentially inconvenience themselves slightly for the benefit of everyone else. Yeah. But that's just the world we're living in now.
Well, I'm hoping that the ideas my friend has is going to change things, as it were. My hopes
well, then he should come talk to me, because maybe our things align.
Well, I have your telegram, right, Lou? Honk?
Honk, or if you want my personal, it's LLW.
Well, I'll take that as well. Let me make sure I write it down, Lou. I would like to get a beer for me and my friend here, Lou. Is that what you'd like, or order what you like?
I'll drink whatever. That is completely fine to me. A beer sounds fine. Thank you.
You said LL12? Lou, what was your personal telegram? One more time.
LLW.
There we are. All right. I think this would be a good thing for his ideas, and, well, this actually might bring fruition to it.
Good. I need someone young to push it, because I'm too fucking old to be running around like I used to.
I know how it is. I wouldn't be doing what I was doing if it wasn't for my trouble down Mexico way. I always feel that it's important. How much would this run me, ma'am? Pardon.
Claire, you are extremely quiet, my dear.
Oh, and now?
Much better.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, through circumstances, I had lost everything dear and near to me that was important. And being here in the city of Monroe is me rebuilding my legacy, the caravan I was running. And I feel that it wouldn't be right for me to go into the dark, my final breaths, not leaving anything behind for somebody that I cared for. So I'm putting together an inheritance in case old age, sickness, or storm takes me, that I have something to leave behind for the ones I call son and daughter.
Not a bad way to go.
I think it's the right thing to do, and I figured with some of the free time I have these days, I'll indulge in this man's ideals, and he preaches that he wants to do it all by the word of mouth, no violence whatsoever. And I said,
that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, you get nothing but pushback and resilience.
Exactly. And so I look to be over his shoulder as a guiding angel of sorts, to keep him on the moral path, to suggest things that might help. The other day, there was an abandoned train. At the time, we did not know it was abandoned. It could have been robbed during the process of it. I said, what would look good for your cause is if we went over there to help whoever might be in trouble right then, and get them to safety if we can. Not to interrupt, like if there's ne'er-do-wells or that, but to help anyone up who is in danger afterwards. Just
makes sense.
Just to help. And we did check it out, but no one was there. But I said, these kind of things is what people want to see is action. You can have all the words you spit every day. They don't mean a lick of shit if there ain't no action to them neither. You gotta mean your cause. Live by your morals and what you preach. If you don't, Folks will see right through you and will laugh their way out the door.
Ain't they something?
But, I'm glad I ran into you, Lou, and, I think,
Yeah, have your boy get in contact with me.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna be quite available tomorrow, turns out, so.
Well, I'll send him a telegram to see about him talking to you. Get him on the right trail. Anyways, I have to ask, you said you've, Monty here for a long time. How long have you been in the state of Monroe? You born and raised?
No. No, I'm not born and raised.
Oh.
I landed in Valentine because I wanted a sip of whiskey a long time ago. I ran into some people who took an interest in me. I think I showed them what hard work actually looks like. And over the course of time, I showed people what hard work and dedication can become, which I do believe is still, while crumbling, the foundations of Valentine to this day. How long you say we know each other? At least 20 years, Monty.
Something like that, yep.
Long time.
Oh, wow. Well,
And now I just live here and I'm a general nuisance and ghost.
I definitely made myself a general nuisance for Monty for a little while here. Most shareable man in town, I'd say, and he, like I said, put me on the right track when I got here to the state.
Very kind of him to give you $100, yes.
At least I can do.
And it led to me getting my first wagon quite quickly. Speaking of, Mr. Monty, is there anything you're in need of? Supply-wise, contract-wise, from a caravaner?
Well, I always need some sort of meat. If you got any
Mutton,
bird
small
meat?
game.
Well, no small game.
Oh, you're not doing small game, so it's
No.
bird meat, mutton.
Bird
you
meat,
still do
mutton.
venison, big game.
Venison and big game. I don't need much venison right now. Maybe like two.
You're gonna need venison eventually because the place you was getting it from is no longer getting. Well, it's Frank Hill's gone.
Well,
I've been getting it from Cumberland.
Oh, really? Because the Emerald people said they had to deal with you and that they were sending their hunters out to get venison.
I don't
to
buy
sell.
from Emerald at all.
No, it's not Emerald. It was the hunting shack. But I think it was the individual hunters that were coming to sell.
Maybe, yeah, because I didn't deal with the hunting shack or the.
And then it must have been the individuals.
Yeah, probably.
Well, Monty, I have a new line of business through my caravan. If you give me an itemized list of what you're looking for, we'll go out there on Friday and collect you the amount of desired item that you look to receive. And we'll only ask for a percentage up front for our hard work and then the rest paid upon delivery.
Okay. Well, what do you charge for the meats?
If we're going to do a large bulk thing, I think for bird meat I can charge 25 cents a head.
Okay. Mutton?
Mutton will do 35. Depending, actually. It's been kind of hard to get my hands on it lately. We'll do 35 for now, and if it ends up being harder later, next contract we will negotiate a different price. How's that sound?
Okay. It's higher than I normally pay.
Oh, come on, Monty. You're the richest man in fucking Monroe.
Monty, you gotta
You can
consider
fucking go a little bit 5 cents over.
For a reason.
I do have to say, yeah, because you're stingy as hell.
I will not be going lower on some prices because the bottom line for people like me are not making a living wage these days, and I can't afford to separate from goods with the inflation in the market lately.
It's been a pleasure. I appreciate the drink.
Oh, so like,
Let me know if you enjoy them books, and I do hope that I run into your boy.
Okay.
Lou, it was a pleasure running to you again, and have a safe journey now, would you?
You as well. Take it easy.
Bye, Lou.
Bye.
Goodbye, Monty.
I'll tell you what, you go out, you get me as much bird meat, as much mutton as you possibly can, and I'll buy it.
As possibly, I'd rather have a number to set, and we can go over that and talk about maybe what that would mean.
Okay.
We need contracts for my caravan to be successful, and
okay.
That's gonna be
if we have a written contract, that means you know that these things are coming in on this day, and we have a deadline to meet.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, how about this?
Enjoy.
300 cuts of bird meat.
All right, let me get a note out here, and I'll itemize it.
Sure.
Pardon me. Here we are.
Yeah, 300 cuts of bird meat.
$300.
Yep.
All right.
300 cuts of mutton.
All right.
200 cuts of big game meat.
I've been doing that at 50 cents each. Is that all right?
You know what? Let's hold off on the big game. Generally, that would be fine. I am overstocked on it right now.
All right.
Sorry?
What about
What?
what else would I need?
We got bird meat, mutton.
Of course.
You serve lizard?
Nope.
About fish?
No fish.
What about pork?
Pork, yes, but I don't need a whole lot of it. I mean, I could probably take what's two stacks of it would be what 64. 64. I think that honestly should be good.
I do pork at 35 cents each as well.
Yeah.
All right, let me do some math here.
Yeah.
Tell you what the price is going to look like.
Sure.
Enjoy.
And since Friday's real close, would you want this delivered by next Friday? I could make it try to happen this Friday. It'd just be a real.
Honestly, not a big rush on it. So, anytime by next Friday is fine.
All right.
That's a lot of meat to get in a couple of days.
I have a lot of men to go out there, and we travel across the state. So, not this Friday, but the next Friday, we'll definitely have it by then for sure. So let's take a look at my calendar here. That'll be the 27th. So by the 27th, this will be brought in. You think you might need other meats by then? If you want to put that in the bill now, might save you some time.
Probably not, to be honest with you. That's about what I use the most of.
All right. Moment.
I need a bit of time, just a few minutes.
almost done doing the math here.
Yeah, no rush.
Total bill will be $203, and what is 10% of that?
What, 46 bucks? Wait, no, that's not right. 23 bucks?
$20.30.
Oh, okay.
That would be the 10% of that.
And that's you take 10% up front?
10% up front. I'm going to make a copy of this bill for you as well. The Caravan's doing well, but the hard part is selling the goods without contracts. It means we're selling bits here and there.
Well, I mean, do this for me, and I'm sure we can do more business in the future after that.
All right. I'm writing down what has been agreed upon. All right. Let me copy this over so. Mr. Monty, what's your full name?
Monty Knight, Knighd.
Right.
First name is Montgomery, but I go by Monty.
All right, I wanted to tear this page out. What is that? All right, I have to get better at writing this, but I do have a, I have a scribe by the name of Abigail, and I'll have her make these look better for me. I have her with me to officiate these in the future.
Thank you.
All right. Does it all look right to you?
Looks good to me.
All right, it's rained then. All right, so going forward, that's the kind of business I'm trying to get into. The Caravan does have a stockpile of some of these items to start, so at least we won't be starting from zero.
Yeah.
But this would be an easier way for me to do business with all the businesses in town. I'm going to figure out who wants to spend time writing out contracts with me so we have a goal to work towards and not... What you're helping me establish is knowing the future of my business and predicting paydays for my employees. And we're getting more organized. You will meet my scribe, Abigail, soon, and she keeps everything nice and documented for me and organized. She's quite litigious that way.
Yeah, I kind of need someone like around here. Well, I do have someone like that around here, actually. I shouldn't say that. Miss Jackie is the one who kind of does that stuff for me.
Well, that's good. And also keep in mind, and if you wouldn't mind spreading the word, maybe I can have her make me a flyer. We do transport folks. We have seats for sale in our Caravan from location to location. And I'll have details on what that entails. Folks are starting to realize that we don't travel at night. So a ride from, say, Valentine to Armadillo is about 2 days, a day and a half, depending on the speed and interruptions. And so we're not riding across town, risking the wheels and the liveliness of my business and my horses.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
But business has been good, but it's been a lot more hard work on my part to sell every hide, ingot, gem, whatever we come across in our travels. But this will make it easier because now we have a contract. I'll have these goods by next Friday, and then we'll pay in full, and then that will help me pay my folks a proper wage.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to doing more business with you, Sturgis.
I look forward to it as well. And it's one thing to say something, and when you see action, then you will be appreciative, I say. I don't like to toot my own horn until it's done. You never know what calamities and problems might come my way. Hell, I could be dead next week.
Well, I sure fucking hope not.
Me as well. I have too much to do right now before I can croak over.
Yep, I hear that.
How's your business been here in Valentine, by the by?
Not too bad. Valentine's been a little bit slow as of late, but I mean, it's steady. You know, there's always usually people in here, so can't complain too much.
That's good. Well, we haven't been out towards this way in some time, but next time I come through, I'll bring my caravan. I'll make sure we have supper here in the saloon.
Sure. Yeah. Be honored.
We'll tell stories and celebrate, and make sure you have plenty of kegs in the back for sale. We might buy one or two for the road, since we can't.
Sounds good.
Quite a bit.
I usually got a lot back there, so.
That's good to hear, then. How much do you sell a keg for, anyhow?
It depends. I usually, I do $4 a beer. Keg is about 16 beers, but I usually give a pretty good deal. Usually around $45, I think I sell it for.
Well, that's a much better deal than out Hannesburg way, where they want $8 a beer.
They're selling a beer for $8?
Yep. I didn't buy none. I
don't blame you.
I said, listen, we could make a deal, sell them me at this price, and they weren't going for it. I said, outside, I have 3 wagons right there with 25 employees, most of them greenhorns right now, about to head out into the range to get some business done. We have thirsty boys, and they didn't want to do it. But luckily, Peepaw and his kin went in and decided they wanted to buy it themselves to share with the company. And so we ended up having beer that night, but I wasn't going to buy it none at $8 a beer. It's too much.
Yeah, no, I sell bottles of wine for cheaper than that.
With the way I've been running my business of late, without having contracts and getting by just selling hides in here, I barely get by paying my employees $20 a week. And imagine how much a beer at $8 is of their paycheck. Well, they can't even get drunk on that, first off, and hell, then they can't afford meal and bed wherever they're heading afterwards. Out there on the range, at least I feed everybody. It's part of the work. We have a cook, a few of them, and they make real good meals for everyone every day, and saves them a bit of money out there, but costs me, of course.
Yeah, well, hopefully business picks up for you. I definitely plan to do more with you. Just, stop by occasionally. I'm sure every time you bring me stuff, I'll have to reorder a little bit. So.
Yeah, I think this is a good start to something. I have a few others in the making, but I'm grateful to say you are my first official contract here in the state of Monroe.
Oh, well, perfect.
A lot of folks I get talking to through Telegram. Week goes by, they get slower to respond to my messages, and then they say, we're going to have to decline because they either get themselves in some trouble, their business closed down on one thing or another, leaving me hanging there. And I stopped telling my hands about the good news because it ends up being not good news later. I just tell them once we have a contract now. So Friday, they will be happy to hear that we're going to be going out on the range all day and we know what we're looking for.
Well, I'm glad I could help in that way. But there's always one constant in Valentine, and that's me. I'll always be here. So
that I have noticed, which is good. My constant is you will always count on me to be around Fridays.
Perfect.
Somewhere in the state of Monroe with 3 wagons full of folks.
All right.
I'm going to head on to the bank and make sure I put this money away before I forget it's in my pockets and go traveling out in the middle of nowhere and have to worry about ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a lot of them out there.
I'll be back shortly.
Another beer?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I like Harriston. I like to make RP through. I like to make money through RP. It's preferable. Yeah, and there's somewhere that's the thing they're working on. I seen that in their trail thing.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
No, I just say thank you, for the beers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, not to put my ear into conversation over there, but you are quite businessman, huh? Know how to pitch the fucking shite, huh?
I have to. After all these years, I
understood.
had to learn something. One thing folks is having a
Understood.
hard time struggling with is that I've been charging more for my goods I've been selling. And
Right.
some folks don't like it. They don't buy from me, which is fine. They don't have to. But what they don't
Right.
realize is, in some cases, I do have 100 deer hide on my wagon. That would be worth getting all at once, and I have to wait for bits here and there.
Yeah.
But there's a change in the state of Monroe right now. Food's more expensive, beer's more expensive, all the things you need, and then on top of that, luxuries or whatever it is costing the common folks a lot of money these days. And
Right.
I'm struggling to keep my my
Now you
caravan
think
hands
this
well
is just
paid.
people being lazy, huh? Not wanting to go out and hunt and grow for themselves, so they must pay. You know what I say?
No. It's quite the opposite, really.
I think this. I heard somebody say this is called like inflammation or something like this, huh?
Well, part of it is some of the owners, they, which is smart of them, if they have the capacity to hire their own inside workers to go collect the goods they want to sell, well, they cut me out of the market. And they can
Right.
sell and buy hides, whatever they wanted out, because they know that they're going to go get what they need eventually. Which
Yeah.
makes it hard to sell to them on occasion since they want to ask so little. I believe the lowest I've seen for hides is out Emerald Ranch way. They may have changed it, but I have a flyer in my wagon where they want to buy deer pelt for 55 cents a piece. I could not let my deer hides go for that little and expect to pay my employees by Friday.
Right.
So
That's pretty low. I think most people, like, I don't know who else uses deer pelts, but I think most people would at least pay 75 cents to $1.
the blacksmiths
Yeah,
pay
$1.
$1 for deer hide, and the taxidermy pays, I'm not sure what, but he's overstocked, he said. As I was saying, though, I'm selling my deer hide at $1.50 now in order to make up for the expenses of the inflation in the state at the moment.
Why did you push me for?
Push it.
Yes, you did.
But part of being good at haggling is that if you have a big bulk load, you can at least then be like, you know what, I'll sell them to you for $1.25 instead. And then they become more
getting the law.
You
push me.
Give a shit.
Shite. Sound like
What's that guy's problem?
Well, he seems to think we pushed him through the door when he tripped. Said he's getting the law. All right, hold on. God damn it.
I believe the fella is vertically challenged, it would be, to seem to be.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, though, my prices will go back down as folks start taking contracts from me instead. Then I know my life won't be a mystery every week. It would be a calculated decision more often than not, which is what I would prefer to have.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, sometimes you know they say, you imagine this, think about this, but you wake up one day, and it's not what you think or imagine, huh? You never know what happened tomorrow's. You never know what happened in 1 hour. You know they say.
You can still depend on relative information, because that's slow to change in most cases. Yeah, tomorrow I might walk out the door of the saloon and be shot in the chest, and that's that. Then I could walk out and maybe find a gold bar falling off the back of a pay wagon that had just left the bank. Either or is possible.
Yeah, that's what I say. You never know, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty of this. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shite, huh?
Mm-hmm. What I'm looking to make for my caravan is I want more contracts involving transportation of goods for businesses. So folks who need a large amount of things moved or gathered for them. Folks transported places. Maybe someone has opened up a new business and moving from one town to another. I could transport all their goods from one place to another.
For the right price.
For the right price, of course. But what they gain in that is security. They gain a caravan that's 3 wagons strong and 6 boys well trained in the rifle.
Yeah, according to my experience.
Well, what you say telegram was, huh?
Is MCC-12.
You say MCC-12.
That's it.
Shite, okay, that's easy to remember, son.
The true, I'd say, what I'm looking for, and it's the contracts of all contracts I think to be at the moment, is I'm trying to convince the sheriff's office to allow me to help in transporting confiscated goods for an auction. And that could get my caravan regular jobs then for all my folks.
Sound like you're gonna get robbed.
It is a possibility. It's always a possibility in my lifeline. I travel from one side of the state to the other, but what keeps me safe is the amount of eyes I have traveling with me and the amount of rifles I keep. Most folks isn't brave enough to attack my caravan. But doesn't mean they won't someday, but it is a risk. I have been attacked plenty of times out there on the trail. It is what it is, but it is part of the life I lead.
Yeah, but confiscated items over, you know, they say some sugar and corn. This is very different, huh?
It is, but the pay, say for this way, say 1 out of 5 deliveries, I'm robbed and lose the weapons I'm transporting on behalf of the law.
Yeah.
Now it's one payday I'm out of, and let's say hypothetically they pay me $300 per time I do this. Out of the 2 times I'm successful, I've made $2,400. Out of the 4 times I'm successful, out of the 5 times.
Yeah.
Job is bigger than the
Louisiana Purchase. Like, what is he talking
This
about?
last time, yeah, I see.
Mm-hmm. Depending how it goes, if I'm not a suicidal man. If I'm outgunned and I'm surprised and our camp is ambushed, we're not going to fight tooth and nail to keep them guns in that wagon. The lives of my men come over that. But if they approach, you know, aggressively, and I'm in a defensive position, we're not going to let it take it easy as well. We have a reputation to uphold, as it were.
Right. Okay.
You should get arrested.
Well, like I say, you know, they say MCC-12. I keep this in mind. You know, they say.
I went fishing.
I don't know. Maybe this. Maybe we meet another place to talk. But yeah, I keep this in mind. Okay.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Anything you need transported, folks, places,
fishing.
I can do it discreetly. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, this is what I like. Like I say, maybe we chat other place so we can get into the details, huh?
I'll give you a good idea where you should go to chat next time. Over this Friday, there's a rally in Armadillo ran by the
Just don't get caught.
MF, something like that. It's a
MF, yeah.
It's a new political party. I know Mr. Cortez out that way wants to have a speech and so on, but I'm selling my goods out that way, and there's plenty of good places to speak without prying ears in the town of Armadillo.
In Armadillos, you say Fridays.
This Friday, 6 Eastern, I believe. Send me a telegram. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it by letter.
Okay.
And what was your name again? One more time, son.
My name is John.
John?
John Wu, yeah. Mr. Wu.
Mr. Wu, well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
My name is Sturgis Mclainy with the Mclainy Caravan Service.
Okay, Sturgis Mclainy, okay.
John Wu, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I look forward to having a good chat with you and the potential for business.
A chum, like a CHUM.
Chum Wu.
Chum Wu, yeah.
Oh, I see. I have bad ears. I tell you.
It's okay.
Lou earlier was trying to give me a telegram for a blacksmith in Saint Denis by the name of Mons. I kept hearing Mon instead.
Oh, shite. Yeah.
I tell you. Old age ain't no gift. And
No. They tell us it is, but there's no wisdom.
How can I help?
it's the wisdom that I like that I keep from it and all that I know, but my back hurts, my ears are going, and my sight is worsened.
For my companion here.
For sure,
All right. That's going to be $4, but you could get the whole bottle for that.
I think just a glass will do is fine.
All right.
Howdy, folks. I hope your evening is well.
Doing all right, friend. What about yourself?
Well, I'm doing good, by the by. Having a wonderful evening here and a lot of good conversations at that.
What's so good about it?
Productive.
Yeah.
Well, that is well and good.
Mm-hmm. What blew you folks here into Valentine?
Well,
the train.
Okay.
We've just come off the trail.
The tracks are very far from Valentine's, huh?
The tracks are right outside of town. What you talking about?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Might be far for a man like him. Maybe he don't leave town much.
Maybe.
Myself?
But you said they're pretty far.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm not from the Valentines, huh? I travel to and from. It's okay.
Well, the tracks is just on the other side of town next to the telegram station there. I've been fixing to one day, hop on one of them trains and see what it's all about. I see them go by quite often out on the range.
Yeah. Jim just can't afford the train.
What do they charge?
Rancher. You can smell it, can't you?
All I can smell is fine whiskey. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I grew up on a ranch, partner.
Of course.
I done lost the smell of shit a long time ago.
Yeah. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shite, huh?
Sure.
I suppose as long as it pays at the end of the day, it don't really matter what it smells.
I tell you this, I've run a caravan my entire life, and if there ain't no smell of horse shit, then I think I'm missing something and might be lost somewhere. If I'm without my horses.
Yeah.
So, you was a rancher, you dress awfully fancy.
I'm not rancher. This way. Yeah. I just, like, what do you call this one? I kind of like a adventurer. You know what they say?
An adventurer?
Yeah, kind of go here and there and do this and that.
Are you a cartographer? Is that what you are trying to say?
Yeah, this is what Jump say. Yeah, what he say. You say what?
You make maps?
You make maps, is it? Cartographer.
No. No.
You's
No.
a treasure seeker, is you?
Treasure seeker, yeah. I like treasures.
Must be a very rich man then.
I reckon there's many treasure found out on the road.
Yeah, a little bit of treasure this way, that way. Helmets, gold teeth. You know, they say shotgun, but you know, they say this. Okay.
Well, I hope you're not finding treasure in the graveyard, is all.
No, I don't do these. These people need to lay to rest, huh?
It would be sacrilegious for you to.
Yeah, no, I don't do this. I go every Sunday, huh?
To dig up body? No, I'm messing with you.
Nah, I go to talk and listen and talk and listen and sit and shite, huh?
Well, I don't know what kind of treasure is to find out there, so I'll take your word for it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, this one nice, huh? I like a journeyman. You know what they say?
Like I said, I'll take your word
No,
for
no,
it.
no, do not get me in trouble, please. No.
Yeah. I like to dress fancy, you know they say, but it's okay.
I was figuring you was from Saint Denis or something.
Chum spent some time down in St. Denis, yeah. Spend lots of time down there. Like I say, here and there, you know they say.
There's this place you say, St. Denis. I'm not familiar with it.
It's a real big port town east of here,
Oh, yeah.
and it smells of
Heavy big.
shit everywhere.
Lots of monies.
That's so.
Lots of dollars. Oh, yeah. Lots of dollars to be made down there, huh?
And it's loud, it's bustling, and it burns your eyes
amazing.
from the air.
Yeah.
I hate the place myself.
This place make my pee grow, huh?
Sounds like that roundup out of Cincinnati.
And make your what grow?
The money trees. The bank account, huh? Yeah.
What are you there, old timer?
My name's
Don't
Sturgis
strike me.
Mclainy. What's yours, first off?
Oh, man of introductions that I can respect. Cal Webster.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Webster. And your friend there? He's your brother?
This is my son-in-law.
Son-in-law, all right. So there's some connection, I see.
That there is. And he's liable to do some self-blazes.
Matt Cooper.
Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Cooper. I run the Caravan, Mclainy Caravan service here in the state of Monroe.
Caravan. What's that entail?
Traveling goods from one ass end of the state to the other. And hopefully picking up contracts along the way to make a pretty penny if that's possible on occasion.
Sound like dangerous work.
Oh, it is. Some of the roads out there get dangerous, and, well, the state's been going through a rough patch of ne'er-do-wells, and the natives have had a small war break out on the edge of the west. So it is dangerous work for sure. But I do have 6 hands strong with rifles and 3 wagons, so they don't dare try very often.
That sounds as though you've got your hands full.
Every day, you know it, spending my time raking my hands against the coals to make ends meet for my friends and kin. It's a hard business, good money sometimes, worse other times.
Well, it beats the alternative. Idle hands will pull the dollars right out of your pocket.
That they will, and I'm old, and I don't got time to lay down and rot just yet. I have to make myself of something one last time and leave something behind for my kin. My time's coming one day soon, and I know it. It wouldn't be right to leave nothing behind, now would it?
I'm liable to agree with you.
Got kids of your own?
My 3 sons have passed on, but I have 2 I call a daughter and a son these days, the closest thing I have to it. And they're hardworking folks in my caravan, so they've been around a while, since they was about 19 years old.
You hired?
I am, in fact.
What you paying?
I'll give you the spiel, and you're gonna love it or hate it.
Probably love it.
I pay at the end of the week is a percentage of the hoard we gather from the pelts, hides, game meat, and herbs. And if we ever stop by mines, I do have some pickaxes for folks of idle hands to try to make a bit of money out that way. You find mostly iron, other metals, and occasional gem or two. That's where the real money is, but it's drying up these days. But at the end of it comes Friday, everyone gets a percentage of the hoard who worked that week. The harder week, the more we bring in, the better. I also challenge those who are no longer greenhorns and have made themselves a position in my caravan to look out and search for contracts. Speaking of, this Friday, I happen to have a contract that will definitely increase the amount of money I will pay out on Fridays. Now, if you are not there for a Friday, I will not come track you down none. I will send you a telegram. If I get no response, your pay is forfeit. It's hard out there on the road to come looking for folks. It's just how it is. But on occasion, we pay between $20 and $50 on Fridays. It will be more as the more contracts we get. It is hard work, it is long work, but it is good work.
Yeah, and it pays really well.
He is not speaking for me. It pays what it does.
I'll keep it in mind.
What's your turnover rate when it comes to hands?
Sometimes I'll have about 25 people coming out on the road. Some of them say it's just for fun. I don't know why. But on average, I have about between 7 and 15 people every other Friday.
Sounds like good business.
It is, as long as we have enough folks not being idle. I tell you, the amount of times I get a peckerhead in my camp who takes down 1 or 2 deer and a pronghorn the entire day, I tell him to get lost. You can walk home now if you're going to waste my time by being lazy. But most folks bring enough heads in that it's not a big deal. There's folks fixing to try to get a piece of my hoard, thinking that they bring in 3 things is going to count something.
You supply the equipment?
I supply some tents, some rollouts on occasion. I suggest to bring your own if you can. We have barrels for water, and you get 3 meals a day. You don't got to pay for the food.
So I reckon I'm going to have to get my own rifle then.
You ought to get a rifle. I'm not so well off I have a wagon full of them yet, but that is a goal one day. An ammo surplus and a couple extra rifles.
Well, perhaps you could riddle us this. Son-in-law here, me, new here to Monroe. Suppose you might know of a way that folks could pick up a little spending cash. Perhaps be able to pick up a rifle and take on with your crew.
Well, it is.
In the meantime,
it is a hard times out this way. I would say go look for farmers looking for hands. You could make $50 in a good hour or 2 of hard work. But in my experience, hard to come by. I'd seen them being around active and all that. You could go out hunting game, but you don't have weapons. It'll make it a little harder, and ammo does cost a pretty penny after a while. If I was in town with the wagon I had stored, I would give you guys a fishing pole. I'd say the way I made my start was fishing. But I don't know where to buy a pole. My pole was gifted to me by folks here. It feels right to gift you mine if I had it with me, but my wagons is in another town, unfortunately.
That wouldn't be necessary. I see no reason to take...
Unless you're trying to make money in the shadows,
Oh.
well, then you could talk to me. But I just say this, they say it's up to you, but just saying about this. I've had too many beers. Anyways,
an easy way,
hey,
that lady who
can I
just
get
walked
another
in.
beer, please, and thank you, huh?
Oh, what? Sorry.
What was your name
Another
again,
beer,
ma'am?
please.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, of course.
Just a second.
Well, Monty runs the bar here, owns the saloon. And if you ask any of the staff on occasion, they'll pay folks to mop and sweep the building and clean the windows. I can't tell you how much she'll pay, but the last time I did it, she paid me, Jackie paid me $25. This isn't Jackie, by the way.
Now, sure, if the old man here's got it in him to be bending over, cleaning windows and whatnot.
I'm as surprised the rest of them when it calls for it.
If I had to, I think you could too as well. And I'm sure I'm in much worse shape than you is.
All right.
That got me started, but you got something to write down my telegram on.
Thank you.
Suppose so. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you it, and send me a telegram so I can message back.
Appreciate these songs.
And on Friday, I'll give you the time when the caravan is headed out, a place to meet, and you can join us. And
all right, go ahead.
It is MCC12.
And your full name?
Sturgis Mclainy.
There were 2 C's for Mclainy?
1 C.
All right. I got it down.
Very good, then. I look forward to having more hands along. The man you want to press second to me is my foreman, Kurt Sullivan. He's a hard ass sometimes, but he gives folks a chance. So, as long as you can shoot a rifle and recognize game and herbs, more so game, then you got a place amongst us.
Well, I suppose you'll hear from us if we set our mind to hiring on with you.
I hope you do. It's a good experience, and if you like travel along the state and slipping underneath the stars, then even all the better.
March.
Pretty much what we've been used to.
Wouldn't be foreign to us.
March.
And another thing, this Friday, my caravan will be stopping in the town of Armadillo out west to sell goods at a rallied event by Mr. Cortez. Find yourself out that way, I'm sure you'll find plenty of work in that town as well. All kinds of folks looking for help. You get experience in garden, folks?
Bye, Evelyn, I love you.
Guarding cattle, usually.
Well, cattle...
From poachers.
Cattle run off in every direction, but if you can guard a man with a rifle, I'm sure Mr. Cortez might have some work for you as well. He's a politician of sorts.
I'll consider the opportunity. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking it over. Mr. Mclainy here spins quite a yarn.
I think in the short few months I've been out here in the state of Monroe, I've made plenty of good connections. I know many people. I think I've got quite the reputation these days, so as long as you work hard, I don't mind giving a good word out for folks who need an opportunity.
They don't seem like no flannel mouth to me.
What really matters in this world is that your word means something. I don't expect you to take it not knowing me none, but I like to put action to it, that is. So hopefully one day I can show you that as well, given the opportunity.
Well, let me tell you this. I've been sitting here a long time listening to you speak about this long time, to him and me and these two, I got a few people to send your way, okay?
Sounds well by me then.
Yeah, I send you their way, and you know what they say, nice rifle, hard workers, willing to... Holy fucking shite. Willing to look for herb and you know, hunt the fucking deers, So,
they're not some dandies from St. Denis, is they? Because I've had a few come through, and let's just say they didn't make the cut.
You really think I'm from St. Denis, huh?
I'm just saying the folks you sending my way, if they is from St. Denis.
Right.
I have my regards, or what is it? Reservations.
Right. Okay.
I'll give them a chance still, but just so you know, I haven't had good experience yet with folks out that way. They don't know what hard work is yet.
I got you. Okay.
And if his name is Teddy, probably not.
Teddy.
Yeah, boy.
You know a name by Teddy, huh?
He's one of Peepaw's kin. I think he's a nephew or something. Well, Wolfie, his cousin, is a real hard worker, knows how to handle a rifle, but they wanted to convince me to bring Teddy along. All he ended up being good for was digging latrines. That was it. He couldn't hunt, he scared away the game, he was loud, and he complained a lot.
Yeah, people that complain about this one, they say, it's not good, huh? You tell them to just trot along and go away, huh? Better this way for business, huh?
The folks I let go, I show them where the road is so they can find it, and then I let them walk the rest of the way home.
Yeah.
Mac, what do you say we go see about the rest of the town?
Yeah. Done drinking, so.
Mr. Mclainy, sir, miss, pleasure to meet you.
You folks have a lovely morning, and word of advice, there's been trouble out in the heartlands lately. Travel carefully and keep your iron at the ready.
Yeah.
Do well to take your advice.
Especially down in the big St. Denis, huh?
If I find myself there, I'll keep my coin purse nice and close. Y'all do well now.
Take care.
Have a great day.
Well, Lieutenant, the RP's been very good. Roar Bob, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. Speaking of it, I think I'm going to go find myself a room in the hotel down the street and get a bit of shut-eye. It was nice talking with you folks.
Yeah, we be in touch, okay?
Sounds good. See you around, Mr. Wu.
I can't believe you didn't recognize your own wife. Kind of insane.
I did recognize you.
By the way, chat, my character's love interest, I'm going to try to go for is Lou. I think another old lady to be, that have a character to aim for would be great. Good morning, Lou. I hope the start of the day is treating you well.
It is. I'm just reading a book.
You have a good day. I found myself staying up much too late, drinking all night in that saloon. And I'm not young like I used to be, so seeing the sun come up without getting a lick of sleep probably wasn't the best idea.
Makes you feel bad. Yeah. There is a nice camp over there, and some of the hotel rooms, I guess, is open now. Molly.
That's what I get myself into. You have a good day now, and I'll see you around.
I hope that hangover doesn't treat you too poorly.
Well, I will do my best to deal with the negative results of such behavior. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. This is a good short 3-hour stream. I had a good time. Let's go find someone to send the raid to. Let's go find someone over on Twitch. I'm gonna do HH Light Cap.
Taco Bell's new crispy chicken tacos and burritos might make us a chicken place. Then again, tortilla chip coating does give taco place. Then again, our sauces are perfect for chicken. So I guess we're a taco